It is Military Spouse Appreciation Day.
That's right. So there are roughly 1.8 million active duty military spouses in the United States, 5.8 million spouses of veterans. That is a lot of people to celebrate today.
Yeah, it became a national holiday in 1999, guys. So it was created to recognize the heart and the sacrifice that it takes to be the backbone of the family, supporting our troops, especially when a spouse is deployed. Jacksonville is home to many military bases, and with that, a lot of spouses are holding down the home front. I sat down with 4 military spouses who take this job very seriously. These women could rule the world. Do you recognize how strong you are? I mean, do you ever look in the mirror and be like, that's me?
After the fact?
No. Really?
It's life.
Teachers, nurses, coaches, counselors, veterans, and their biggest jobs, military wives and moms, whose husbands have all been deployed, leaving them behind at times that are never convenient.
Always something happens the day they leave. And right after that, just prepare yourself. There are going to be multiple things to follow.
Closet doors are falling off the hinges, like pipes are leaking. Like it was just the craziest, most odd things that could happen.
My refrigerator went out and the ice from the ice maker leaked everywhere. And I still had to drop him off at the base and get to work.
Yeah, an actual leak in the foundation, underneath the foundation. It's probably the worst one. That one was really hard.
Ours, the entire fence blew down in the backyard.
You can't make this stuff up, but these women are still surviving and thriving. It's what they signed up for when they got married.
I allow myself to have my moment, my temper tantrum, and then I pull on my big girl pants because at the end of the day, you have no choice but to move on.
Moving on alone is tough, especially when devastating news comes when your husband is out at sea.
And finding out that at any moment my son could pass away due to low or high blood sugars definitely took a toll on us.
Hannah Burke's son was in the ICU, diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. They tried to send her husband John home right away, but Hannah said no, wait.
We were almost at the end of a 305-day deployment. I did not want him coming home to the airport and our son, hey, you get to come home, your son's a diabetic.
She wanted this, the homecoming that gives us all goosebumps.
We needed that special moment as a family for my husband to come off that helicopter and my son to go chasing after my husband to reunite. And I think it made our 305-day deployment that homecoming that much special.
These wives fantasize about the moment that melts away the stress that families remember forever and they hold on to during the next deployment.
So when he came off of the ship, I was just like, oh my gosh, he's actually here. Like the day is finally here. He's actually in my arms. I had my son all dressed up in a cute little camo outfit. He had a little Sailor NWUs on. So we got lots of good pictures too, so that's my favorite one.
And when asked, is it worth it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I wouldn't change being a military spouse.
We have traveled the world, and I have learned so much about so many different heritages and cultures.
Take advantage of every place that you're stationed because you're only going to be there for a few years and then you're going to miss it.
Yeah, it's a tough life, but it's a good life.
Yeah. It's worth it.
So it's interesting, you look so forward to them coming home and then they get here.
Yeah.
And that can be an adjustment too, right? Yeah. Having your military spouse home after they've been gone so long.
You know, as a wife,
Yeah.
you get it. You're like, you've been gone and I've been holding it down and now you want to come and you have your rules. And I asked about that. I was wondering, what is that like? And each one said there is an adjustment period. They have to realize, okay, dad is home or mom is home. And now they are going to have an opinion and they are going to be worked into the flow of the day. And they said that does take time. And so again, things that we don't see, but they work through it and they all settle back. They love their husbands, they love their wives, they love those people, and they are part of this family. And this is the life that we live, and we are going to make it work.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a pleasure sitting down with them. I was a little nervous because we have 4 really dynamic stories, but I just love it because in the end, they all really sound like one voice. So we have much more because I couldn't pull just one story out of that. So I have a second one coming up tonight. It's starting at 5 o'clock. These women also have another responsibility given to them by the commander of the ship. ombudsman. I learned what that was. And also the Family Readiness Group president was sitting down with this. So I'll explain how through it all, they offer support to other spouses and how the military community works together to make deployments a little more manageable. That is tonight starting at 5 o'clock.
I mean, can you imagine? So first they're responsible for everything going on in the house, you know, making sure all the kids stay in touch also with that loved one who's, you know, gone. And then they're supporting others.
Oh,
sure.
It's incredible what they do.
They do a lot. They do a lot.
And wait till you hear, one of them, the mom was an ombudsman, so she lived with her mom, you know, dealing with that and the pride in doing that. So they all have reasons as to why they are picking that extra responsibility.
Love it and love them for all of their service.
We appreciate them. Great story. Thanks, Mel.
Thanks.